there! The term boomers was thrown around in recent months as an internet joke to shut down the older generation from commenting on topics. Today, however, we're going to be talking about Zoomers, also known as Generation Z, and how they could and should take over America. Now, I myself am a Gen Zer. I was born in 2001. Generation Z are those born past the year 1997. They tend to be very different from older generations. Let's talk about Donald Trump for a second. July 26, 2017, former President Donald Trump sent out multiple tweets stating, "After a consultation with my generals and military experts, please be advised that the United States government will not accept or allow transgender individuals to serve in any capacity in the U.S. military. Our military must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory and cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs and disruption that transgender in the military would entail. Thank you." What a president we had. American Oversight, a website that looks into investigations and government actions, actually has a lawsuit against the Trump administration and the move that went against transgender people. They addressed how in 2019 the blanket ban went into effect, which blocked openly transgender individuals from joining the military and impacted the thousands of transgender troops that currently served. How is this relevant, you may be asking? Trump, someone who's part of a very non-progressive baby boomer generation, literally put a law into place that denied a person of their rights. A person who wants to serve this country. It's a very messed up move as a president. Someone who should be moving America forward, not backwards like Trump was doing. And Generation Z does not approve of Trump. Pew Research Center, according to their website, is a nonpartisan fact tank that informs the public about the issues, attitudes, and trends shaping the world. They conduct public opinion polling, demographic research, content analysis, and other data-driven social science research, and they do not take policy positions. Pew Research Center revealed that 77% of Generation Z completely disapprove of how Trump was handling his job as president. Which makes sense for why Gen Z made headlines for pranking Donald Trump by booking hundreds of seats at his June 20th campaign rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, leaving him with a partially empty stadium. Which I'm not gonna lie, is hysterical. Although Gen Zers are not accepting of Trump, they are a super accepting generation. They tend to break down gender stereotypes. They like to go by gender neutral pronouns or even introduce themselves by their preferred pronouns. Generation Z also has done an amazing job at breaking the negative stigma around mental illness, something that previous generations did not want to address. A well-known celebrity in Gen Z, Billie Eilish, opens up about depression in some of her most popular songs. Isa Schilling, a Fordham University sophomore majoring in digital technologies and emerging media, discussed how this generation is often more open and likes to overshare, making all of our connections with each other more real and raw. She says that relatability is the coin of the realm online, with the goal of bearing these personal details to followers in order to appear more authentic. Gen Z also happens to be one of the most racially and ethnically diverse generations. According to Pew Research Center, a bare majority, 52% to be exact, of Gen Zers are non-Hispanic white. This is significantly smaller than the share of millennials who were non-Hispanic white in 2002, which was 61%. 25% of Gen Zers are Hispanic, 14% are Black, 6% are Asian, and 5% are some other race or two or more races. Now, we talked about how Gen Z are few reasons essentially why they should take over things in America. But let's talk about why they could and already are. Greta Thunberg, a Swedish teenager, was named Time's 2019 Person of the Year for her radical advancements as a youth in addressing climate change and calling for action. At the United Nations Youth Climate Summit back in September of 2019, Greta addressed the climate crisis, stating, "My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean, yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, yet I am one of the lucky ones." She is now 18 years old and has many others following in her footsteps, calling for change for climate, gun control, immigrant reform, and so on. Marcy Perna, a contributor for Forbes website who also researches Gen Z in careers, education, and the workforce, explains how Gen Z is a force to be reckoned with. He lists how Generation Z has new technology and social media platforms at the palm of their hand, and that allows them to get their voice out there and heard. They have higher education and opportunities to learn from, and they are way more passionate and driven than most other generations. Generation Z is quite the interesting generation. We are growing, learning, accepting, and changing way faster than all the previous generations. We are actively finding ways to fix this country and trying to solve the problems and damage the previous generations have caused. To put it simply, there is no beating Generation Z. We are young and tired of those in charge. So you might as well just follow in our footsteps. Thank you.